All right, go into it.
Hasbro is under fire for continuing to produce their controversial Ouija boards. The company has responded by claiming, truth be told, we really didn't think ghosts even existed. A similar argument was made when the company came into controversy for Holocaust the board game.
More at 11.
Yeah,
That was fucking cool.
Holocaust, the board game.
Because they didn't think the Holocaust happened.
Right.
And that was their argument. Dead on Arrival, episode 20.
No, episode 13.
Wow.
Episode 13. What did I
Lucky
say?
number 13.
Lucky number. That's the number that has the number in it.
We're all very,
the
very
Friday's
lucky
number.
that Lily is not here.
Rest in
Sound
peace.
the alarm.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Lily's right here, right, Lily? Hi, Lily. You see it? She's right there.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the Lily. This is the Lily's dad special. Here's Lily's dad. Yup.
It's a cow farm.
Lily's
rock out,
dad is more like did you see the episode of Sesame Street where Elmo fucked
What?
Grouch?
He is like
You wouldn't say
that.
that.
When
you say
Elmo
that?
fucked?
When Elmo
Yeah,
fucked Grouch? When Elmo fucked
Elmo did not fuck.
he
Elmo's
never
4
did.
years old.
Right. That's true.
Actually,
Lily's
do you
dad's
know
the
what
type of guy to like come in on an episode like we're all watching an episode of Family Guy, just like, is this the episode where like Peter cuts off his penis?
Wait, didn't the actor for Elmo get like in trouble for something? Like,
Wait, I'm gonna go into that, but why do you make him
Kinda.
sound like Bam Margera?
He has like the same sort of not the exact
Fake
same, but
lisp.
Yeah, he always has like chewing dip in his mouth.
Yeah, he's a real big chewer. So he either
Mhm.
has dip in his mouth, and if he doesn't, then he's chewing on his tongue, like legit chewing on his tongue. So he always kind of sounds like an idiot.
Viva la
When
Peter.
I was first going down to Lily's house for the first time, I told my mom about how like Lily got him like Blue's Clues stuff for Father's Day, and there's a picture of him just like so happy.
Yeah,
And my mom was like, "Is he like mentally okay?" And
yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." And then in the car I saw him chewing on his own tongue, and I was like, "Let's just revisit that topic."
He loves Blue's Clues. In college, he would schedule his classes around what time Blue's Clues aired on Nickelodeon.
Base.
Is that real?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's legit. Yeah, like his
Dude, I
mom-
always wanted the Notebook.
yeah. Lily
I know
has
a
the
guy who would
Notebook.
make
I had
it-
it as a kid too.
I know a guy who was doing like replica notebooks.
That's
They
cool.
gotta make
pretty
the
cool.
chair.
I
Yeah.
love the chair.
The chair is cool. I know Steve has one of the few chairs.
Yeah.
I know the chair was like an actual brand of chairs, and Nickelodeon bought the rights to the brand because they just liked the
Really?
chair design.
Nice.
I think Steve said it's one of the most uncomfortable chairs ever.
I would believe
It
that.
definitely looks
plastic.
like
It
it
like
definitely looks like a prop.
yeah, it like goes
'cause you have to-
inward.
Yeah, you have to sit in it throne style too. You can't really sit in
It
it any
says
other way.
the N word.
Yeah. What did you say?
No, I said it goes inward. Like
Oh,
there's not much
okay.
space where you actually sit in it.
It goes
I just heard.
inward.
I just
Yeah,
heard
we say
it
that.
N word.
I can't
Whatever.
believe Michael Richards made that shit himself.
Wait, speaking of that, we forgot to. No, wait, that's a bad segue. We forgot to introduce our special guest.
Yeah,
Who?
Miles was
Yeah.
on he was on the Sonic 2 podcast. That was it. I think.
Yeah.
This is your first
Yeah,
time on the
hello.
main
This
podcast.
is his canon
Hello.
introduction.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just-
tell
I
the
just
world.
cut- Sorry,
Yes.
I just cut my upper lip on a can of Mountain Dew.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
that's awesome. Miles, introduce yourself to the world. What should the world know you by? These words matter more than anything you'll ever say.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's
Oh,
your
Yeah,
world.
Ooh, that's kind of gay. Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, it's
Oh,
gonna leave a
but-
mark.
Joseph mentioned, I think he was mentioning about the Elmo guy. Didn't he like
Yeah.
when they found out he was like sent to court like 3 times because people was like, yeah, he would just
I
be
thought
he would be on a gay chat line and he'd invite kids to his house.
Yeah,
and
wasn't he
look
like?
and see, like,
I thought
they
the
see
whole
pictures of Elmo on
controversy
the walls and shit.
I thought the whole controversy was that it was like the early 2000s and everyone was homophobic and he was like just gay and that's what the controversy was.
I
No,
thought
there's
he was just accused of something that he didn't do.
No, there's more to it. He was like regularly on a gay chat line and he would invite young kid like 17,
I thought that
16
was
to
the
his
guy who
house.
did Barney.
No, the Barney guy's
no.
innocent. He
Yeah.
didn't do nothing.
Hashtag Barney innocent.
I think Barney,
Hashtag free Barney.
the Barney
Yeah.
guy being a pedo is that a myth that one guy that your dad's friend said. You know what I mean? Who was like,
He knew
"Did
this
you know
shit.
that South Park aired on MTV?" That guy Avery.
Dude, do you know what? Do you know what I just got told the other day?
What?
He has
What?
stage 4 cancer.
Oh my god!
What?
Sorry.
Don't
Dude,
laugh at that.
It's just such a random figure in my timeline.
Dude, this guy's life sucks. Like he's been like a carny his whole life. He lost an eye when working at Walmart. What are the something hydraulic hoses?
Yeah.
One of them snapped and just completely ripped his eye out, and now he has stage 4 cancer.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Who are you talking about?
This is this guy that Avery's stepdad used to be friends with.
Okay.
I only saw him the first time I ever went to Avery's house. He kept bugging us, and he was like, "Did you guys know that South Park premiered on MTV? Did you guys know that the guy who played Barney is a pedophile, and the guy who played Steve on Blue's Clues is a pedophile?" And then like 2 hours later, we were on the computer, and he literally like ran into the room and screamed to just scare the shit out of us.
Dude,
Is he okay?
He was a dickhead, dude. For like 3 years, he lived with me, but like. At least like 3 times a week at random, he would come in my room at like 7 a.m. and just like throw a glass of water on me and then leave.
Asshole.
Live with you?
Yeah, he sounds funny.
Now, Avery, is this a real human being or is this a bit?
No, this is
This is
real.
absolutely a real person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can vouch for it.
Did you meet him?
I didn't
Yeah.
want this to be another
Oh.
circus story.
I remember he was watching some shit, and he was like, "Did you know that Star Wars takes place in between the Star Trek seasons?" And I was like, "That's not true."
Did
And he
you?
was, and he was like, "Oh, I guess you know everything then."
What the fuck?
Like, kill yourself.
That's like something like someone in elementary school says, like, "Did you know that SpongeBob aired on Adult Swim yesterday?"
That's when I was told in elementary school that the reason they killed off Brian Griffin was because his voice actor died.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane.
And I was like, Seth MacFarlane voices all of them, and they're like, "No, he doesn't."
They just think they know everything because they made it up.
Yeah.
Fucking
They wanna sound
entitled ass
smart.
kids.
You you know that one fear of like a bunch of holes, that tripophobia shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kid in my class was like, "You know that's a disease?" And I was like, "No, that's just like that's just a phobia."
Disease.
He's like, "No, that's a disease where your arm has a bunch of holes in it."
It's like blue waffle.
And you turn yellow and you become SpongeBob.
You turn yellow and you go, "No."
You shrink 3 feet.
You turn pink and die.
You turn yellow and go,
You turn
"Eat
pink.
my shorts."
You turn into Flat Stanley.
If SpongeBob was
This flat Stanley, yeah.
Yeah.
if SpongeBob was in real life, how tall would he be? Would he be like
What do you
3
think is
feet
the
or 3
flattest
inches?
person in the world?
3 inches.
First of
He'd
all,
be 3 inches.
He was already in real life. Have you not seen Sponge out of water?
Oh shit!
Oh damn!
Oh,
He was
dang.
like 1 inch or like 1 centimeter in that one, so I
Yeah.
think he would be that small.
He's the size of what's he's the
You could
size
fit him under your fingernail.
he's the size of a sponge.
Don't say
Is
that.
that true?
It's pretty true.
Is that
That is true. And then everyone else around him is.
What
like,
if you're
just small.
snorkeling and you just saw like a dish sponge with the SpongeBob pants just on the bottom of the ocean floor?
yo,
You could
Like,
just get
was
to
it
the
mo-
bottom of the ocean floor that quickly.
Like, was it like real, or did someone just put a sponge with the pants on?
Someone
and
got
just
a
dropped it?
dish sponge that you get at Walmart, and they put like cardboard pants on him, and they put
I
him
would be like,
a
that's. I would be like, that's peculiar.
Now, how would
Wouldn't
you
it be
feel?
like green and moldy at that point?
No, because they just
Just
put him
like
in
cardboard.
Fish
Oh,
are eating it.
Well, no, it's like construction paper.
Okay.
What if it's like the scene from the movie where it's just a dried up starfish and Sponge on a desk with
yeah.
like their clothes? How would you feel?
Didn't an actual
But it's underwater.
diver like a few years ago, and then a diver take a picture of an actual sea sponge hanging out with a starfish?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is-
cute.
that is cute.
that's wholesome.
Oh,
Wholesome
That is wholesome
100.
100.
hit me in the feels.
That reminds me of that one that diver who dived in the caves and he got stuck in one and he was upside down for like 48 hours and he died.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah, he
And
went
they could,
spelunking or
because by the
something.
time rescue came, they couldn't pull him out because all of his blood had pooled into his brain, and if they touched his leg, he would scream in pain, and they would have to have broke his legs to get him out, and that would have went him into shock, and he would have died from shock.
So either way, he was dead.
And so they
Either
just
way, he
had
was
to,
an idiot for
they just
going
had to, they just had to like
into
leave
that.
him to die, and his body's still there today.
Oh,
They
God.
warned him of that, didn't they? They were like, if
Yeah.
you go in there, you'll turn into a skeleton.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
I
Go
can't
from-
really feel bad for him. You can't go
And
into
his
a big.
name
You can't jump in a volcano and then
It was
cry about
Robert Paulson.
it.
Robert
Rob
Paulson.
Paulson, the voice actor of characters known as Jimmy Neutron and Carl Weezer.
And Walter White.
Wasn't Meatloaf
Yeah.
the big fat guy with titties in Fight Club?
Yeah, he is.
We got Jimmy. Robert Paulson's in Fight Club.
Jimmy Neutron?
No,
It was
Meatloaf's
scary.
in Fight Club.
No, there's a fat guy in Fight Club with huge titties.
Meatloaf.
And
That
he's
sounds
played-
familiar.
He's played by Meatloaf. But they do in Fight Club I don't know why. It's just a coincidence, but there's a scene where they just chant Rob Paulson. They go, his name is Rob Paulson. His name is Rob Paulson. And it has nothing to do with the voice actor.
Right.
Every time Rob Paulson watches that movie with his son, he's like, "That's me."
That's me!
They're talking about me.
I realized this the other day when watching the two Goofy movies. The voice for PJ is just Carl Weezer.
It
Yeah.
is. He said that too. He was just like, "Oh, I just took the voice for PJ and I made it like deeper."
Yeah.
I love it when I love it when voice actors just recycle their voices.
Yeah.
Like how
You'll
Tom
have
Kenny
to at
has
some
that
point.
Spyro character that just sounds like SpongeBob.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spyro.
Thank you, Spyro.
No, I think it sounded more like the mayor from Powerpuff.
It sounded like more like SpongeBob Mayor, I think.
Yeah,
You know what?
that was
Everybody just sounds the same.
it. You know what? I'm tired of the slander.
This is Tom.
I'm right
walking
and wrong. Tommy goes doop doop doop.
Is there a?
Tom Kenny is
I
the
forgot what I was gonna
dude.
say.
I think about how
Like the
Steve-O
brothers.
said that he went scuba diving while on meth
No.
or something.
Well,
That must be fucking crazy.
Imagine if someone slipped you like 5
Scuba
tabs of
diving.
acid and they just put you in the ocean.
Oh
Just
my
put you in
god.
there.
You'd probably like scream and cry.
Yeah.
You'd probably die, wouldn't you?
probably shit yourself.
It'd be like
Yeah.
traveling in the
heart
hyperspace or
attack.
something.
Hyperspace.
I love videos where it's like people smoking a salvia, and
Oh,
all the
yeah.
videos are like under a minute long, and they're just like, "Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, D Pity.
Oh yeah, how
I'm
did
gonna smoke some salvia today." And he just like all these there's like hundreds of these videos. It's just some dude with like a backwards cap. He's like, "I'm gonna smoke some salvia, man," and they smoke it for some reason in a blunt, which you don't need to do. And they smoke it, and they're like, and then they just start looking around like they're like squirrels, and they look like they're about to fall. None of them speak throughout the whole thing. They're dead silent. Their eyes are wide open. They look like they're about to fall down. They're looking around as if they're in hell, and then they just sort of like go to sleep, and they wake up looking like shit, and they're like, "Oh my god."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh,
Gotta go again.
That ass really can shit.
The ass really came for it.
What's the one craziest drug?
Marmite.
Weed.
Definitely weed.
I think,
Definitely weed.
I think alcohol.
I think chocolate.
I think
Yeah.
bath salts were I remember when the Miami zombie thing happened, and I was like so hyped.
What is that?
That was like in like 2011, where that black guy, he took bath salts, and then he was just like, he just stripped naked of all of his clothes, and then just like walked on a highway until he like found some like hobo, and he just like bit his whole face off. He started eating him alive.
Whoa.
That's terrifying.
And then the cops came, and they literally shot him like 20 times, and he was still like eating the guy.
What the
Do you not
Damn.
remember this at all?
I was.
This
How old was I?
was-
2011.
This was huge news. But I remember because he was like,
I was 7.
he was just
2011.
eating a guy alive, and like they shot him like 20 times, and he wasn't going down. So the whole thing
I
was
was
he was the
8.
Miami zombie.
Jesus.
And I was so hyped because I was like, yeah, because I was like 7 at the time, and I was like,
You're like, zombies are real.
zombies are real.
Do bath salts really give you that much power?
You make him a Superman.
They turn you
Go
into
super.
they turn you into the fucking Hulk. Like
I did not know that.
That's interesting. You can withstand
Okay.
20 bullets in the
But
in the
after
skull for
that,
that.
like, cause like there's like bath salts the drug, but there's also like Epsom salts that are just called bath salts, where you just put them in your bath.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's so nice. So I remember going to the bathroom. My mom had a bath salts, and I was like,
Yeah, I heard of the
I thought the
bath.
same thing.
I heard of the bath salts thing back then, but I was just really confused. Like, why would people like
the guy
you know?
survived too. Not
What?
the guy that, not the bath salts guy who.
Oh, the guy who got
Oh, the guy
Yeah,
just got his face bit.
the guy-
Is
the
he,
guy
does
that
he
got
look
his-
like?
No, both of his eyes are gone.
Oh,
Oh
God.
no!
Awesome. Oh, that reminds. That's like the lady who owned the chimp, and the chimp ripped
Yeah.
her face off.
Yeah, she looks exactly like. I think like his lips.
Oh my
I think
fucking
his
God.
only thing is his nose is gone and his eyes are gone. But he's like made a full recovery. He like plays like guitar now.
Oh,
Wow.
right. Okay.
Oh
Alright.
cool.
We talked
Miami
about
Zombie-
the chimp thing in the last episode.
Yeah, please refer to last episode for more context.
Oh, nice. Miami Zombie probably had a gay old time. He was eating the face going num 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 num.
Okay, but guys, what? Okay, here's the question. Okay, here's the real question. Money shot. What if Planet of the Apes plus bath salts?
No, Planet
That
of the
homeless, that
Zombie.
homeless guy would still have his eyes if he put down a sunflower and a pea shooter.
True. He would still be here if you listen to Crazy Dave.
Crazy Dave.
If he just like put down like a big old walnut in front of him, he would have had time to get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have run as fast as he could.
I'm sure it's possible, but I've never really looked into it because I didn't care enough to look it up. Can humans get rabies?
Yeah.
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 Wait, you didn't know that?
No.
Okay,
That's like-
dude, I'm about to school you on some rabies facts. This is like
Yeah.
one of the two.
Oh yeah.
It's like 100%
Yeah.
Okay,
fatal.
yeah, humans when you get bitten by like a dog who has rabies, it is almost 100% treatable until a symptom shows up, and then you are for certain gonna die.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Until
If you,
what
like,
shows up?
If,
A symptom?
symptom.
if you
Oh.
get bit by like a rabid dog, you have like your clock is ticking. Go to the hospital. You got to get your rabies shots, and you will be perfectly okay. You'll make a full recovery. It'll be fine. But the moment like you start getting like that headache, or like, oh man, I'm getting like sort of chilly, that's just a symptom of rabies. That means the rabies is past the point of no return, and you are gonna die.
Oh,
Jesus
hell yeah.
Christ. You can't even
Yeah.
drink water if you have rabies, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you get like
Oh my
afraid of
God.
water.
Yeah.
What the?
What?
Yeah.
Like there's videos of
Afraid.
people with rabies. They try and drink water, and you can tell like they're really trying, but when they put like the glass of water up to their face, like their hands are shaking, and they're trying to they're throwing up because they're so.
Ah.
Like,
They just have a bad reaction to it, or
I think it's like their body, because it's weird because it's so obvious they want to drink the water, but it's like a sort of like a they can't help it where they put the water in their face and their hands are just like shaking. And all they want to do is get this water away from them.
right.
Yeah, it destroys
You
your
guys ever-
brain.
It's just gonna
I
be an
couldn't
episode
do
where,
that.
where I school you guys on prions.
What are prions?
What is it? What is that? Yeah.
So do you guys remember mad cow disease?
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
What
I've
is
heard
What
of
does
that.
that mean?
But I also don't know what
mad,
it is.
Mad cow disease was a sort of not really an epidemic, but it was a thing in like the UK in the 90s where they sold this bad cow meat that was infected, and what it was you would eat this infected meat and you'd be fine, but
Mhm.
the proteins in that meat are misformed kind of, and what they do is they sort of go into your brain, and your brain is like filled with all sorts of like proteins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once one gets up there, one of your brain proteins folds, which causes a chain reaction, and your whole entire brain over the course of a few months just turns to mush. And it's like it gets to the point where you can't sleep anymore, like you physically cannot go to sleep. It's like the craziest thing to me is that this happened in the 90s, but there's an incubation period for it. So there's probably people who ate mad cow disease infected meat in the 90s, and they have prions in their brain that are just waiting to go off, like a ticking time bomb.
Phew.
Whoa.
Same with
That's terrifying.
same with rabies. If a human gets bitten by rabies, the incubation to show a symptom can be like 10 years.
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
if you ever got bitten by like a wild animal, like fucking like 9 years ago, you might have rabies.
Cool.
Yeah, there's that one crazy like black and white video of a human with rabies on YouTube.
Really?
You
No, I've
can-
never seen it.
I
Yeah.
think rabies is completely eradicated in like the UK. It's really prevalent in like third world countries.
Yeah, figures.
What do you mean? Yeah, figures.
I didn't. You know that was just you know
What's that supposed to mean?
like
Hey,
we can
Freeze.
change
Let's talk about the Holocaust.
Wait, Freeze.
That's a good segue.
Yes.
You're
Segue.
talking about weird shit. My grandmother called me like yesterday because I was getting ready for my trip down to blah blah blah,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Did you read about the giant snails in Florida that
What?
kill you?"
Oh.
And I was like,
Oh,
"What?
yeah,
Is that a
The
real
giant
thing?"
snails are awesome, but they're scary.
there's giant African snails in Florida that carry like leprosy. No, they carry
Leprosy.
spinal.
That's it. Okay, I thought it was
They-
gingivitis.
No, they
Yeah.
carry. No. I got it wrong. They carry spinal meningitis.
Really?
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah.
Gingivitis
Yeah,
is
no,
with your
Miles
teeth.
was telling me yesterday they have gingivitis.
That's with your teeth. That's with
I
your
thought
teeth.
I know.
Wait, I don't
thought
know.
they did have like
I don't
it
know
just
anything
affected
about
you up
this.
there. It was like some bastard went to Africa or something or some country and he
bastard.
came back with a snail on him.
I'm
Or
Or
probably
like a
gonna
snail
know,
touched
yo.
him or something.
Legit?
Yeah, and then he came back and he gave it to all the stupid Americans.
Hey, how big are they?
They're
like,
I'm pretty sure they're like
big.
no, they're
they're
really
like
big.
this big, man, like this big. Hold on. Wait, I
I'll
can
pull up a picture of them.
Okay.
here.
Looks like
Here's a
she's
picture.
Yo, let me see them snails.
Snail
Here.
pig.
When
Oh
we
my
gonna
God.
get
What?
snail pic?
Yeah, they're
Yo.
huge.
Wait,
When we gonna get mad snail disease?
Let me pull up
Hell
the
yeah.
one snail pic I'm talking about.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, go ahead.
Look how big this fucking thing is.
Oh, it's
Oh,
like
I know this
bunny.
picture.
It's like a bunny.
Yeah, it
Wow.
looks like a
It looks like
Okay.
a bunny. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It really
That's
does look like a
human
bunny.
Snail. I love that. I would own him. Would he kill me, or could I own him?
I think that was just a type of African land snail that did that.
Yeah, I think most snails are fine if you don't eat them. My
I
favorite
would
video
lol
on
at them.
YouTube is the one where it's snails eating fruit sped up, but it's like set to "I Want You Back" by Jackson 5.
I want you back.
I remember you trying to find that like fucking forever one time.
The video of the snail eating the cucumber.
Yeah, and it's the Michael Jackson song.
You were trying to find it on my living room TV, I think. Like, fuck, where is it? This is the right one. Or whatever.
Oh,
where is it?
Snails are cool.
Yeah,
Snails are
gross.
cool.
I love snails.
Snails are
to
cool.
have,
Yeah, snails are gross.
No, fucking eat snails. I kill
They're,
snails. I
they're,
like snails.
they're, they're gross. Like I love them.
I kill snails.
They are like slimy little fucking
They're
assholes.
slimy. They leave
They're
like.
assholes. They just walk around or they slide around everywhere. It's so
They-
bad.
like,
Yeah,
You
that's all
remember
they
that
do.
one video where it's the lady in the Uber stealing money out of the tip jar, but her pussy leaves like a snail trail?
What?
What?
Oh, what are you talking about?
A few years ago, there was a video going around the internet that went viral because this Uber driver picked up a lady, and right as she went out, she stole all like the money out of his tip jar, and the video like spread around, but everyone noticed how like she obviously wasn't wearing panties because when she got out, there was like just a wet spot where she was sitting down.
Oh,
Ew.
what the
And then-
fuck?
And everyone's
That's
like,
fucking nasty.
she left a snail trail.
That's
It
disgusting.
makes,
Dude.
it makes the Gary slime sound that she moves
Yeah,
up.
she goes meow and she takes all the money away.
When I'd go to the
Yeah.
gym, I'd always notice like taint stains on the benches and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I got
That's
awful
filthy.
pain stains, man.
You're supposed to clean up after you're done.
Yeah, I
I
know.
remember what
I got the fucking spray
I have
bottle
the-
there. Use
I
it.
have
Yeah,
the
that's why you're
worst
supposed to
swamp
spray and
ass
stuff.
ever.
Just wipes everywhere.
I remember one time I was at Wayne's and I was wearing like gray gym shorts and my swamp ass had completely bled through. It just looked like I shit myself.
That's disgusting.
Right.
And it was like on his bed.
Ugh.
Ew, on
Is
his
he
bed.
pillow?
Fuck.
Yeah, it was like my ass sweat leaked into his bed.
Avery,
Oh,
you're one of my
God.
best friends, but all the stories I hear about you make you sound like an interesting person. Freeze, what's the story you said where Avery came over and you're like, dude, you literally smell like a piece of shit?
Oh.
Oh, you smell like a
I,
human
I
butt.
went to his house or his apartment and I said, "You literally smell like a giant butt, like a human, like Assy McGee, like a butt with legs." You know what I mean?
Assy McGee.
Yeah.
It's just what it felt like. It didn't smell like someone had shit in the house. It just smelled like just rank odor.
Was this
Yeah,
pre?
but
was
my
this-
friend's house was like that.
Was this pre or post the poop Capri Sun?
Poop. Wait, what?
Wait, what do you
This
mean
was-
pre or post? Did someone drink it?
This was post the poop Capri Sun, but the poop Capri Sun was not the culprit. It was just the
Okay.
fact I had not showered for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Avery.
body odor, not poop.
Yeah.
Dude, you smell like a butt.
What's the gross-
Steal my joke.
what is the grossest thing you've ever done?
That I've ever done.
Yeah. Man. Where you're like, wow, I just cannot believe I did that.
Like, can it be like involuntary?
I'll just give it. I just shit in a urinal one time, and now I'm gonna pass that on to whoever
Right.
else wants to go next.
Okay.
I
I
don't
have to
think
think about this.
I don't think this is the grossest thing I've ever done, but I remember it very well. This was the only time where I ever proclaimed that I was like having the worst day of my life. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Yeah.
I was just really sick. I remember like I literally like napped on the bathroom floor because I was so tired, but I was so sick and I was like having like really bad diarrhea. So I was just like napping on the bathroom floor completely naked right by the toilet and like getting up every now and then to just fucking evacuate my asshole.
Yeah.
There's my answer.
Okay. That's
I don't
fair.
really have an answer that's floating to the top of my head, but the one that I can think of right now, I think, just once or twice when I've been on a long road trip and there's no bathroom for a couple miles, you just gotta like use a cup and then throw it out the window.
Oh,
That's
You shit in the cup.
I've never done
No,
something
you don't
like
shit in the
that.
cup. Yeah,
Shit in the
you
cup.
piss in the cup and then throw it out the window. I think everyone's had at least one moment like that.
Well, I
Or
always
maybe
think
one.
about-
I would put it out the window. That's kind of mean.
That's what like artists do on tour buses and stuff because you don't really want to use the toilet, or if you don't even have a bus, you're just driving in a car, then you have to like shit in like a chip
Yeah, well,
bag or something.
this is situations where it's like the middle of the night and there's like the next bathroom's like miles away. If you need to piss, like use a cup.
Yeah.
Dude,
What?
this is what I'm
I-
telling you. The poop bag is so convenient. I remember I was breaking into an abandoned school one time with Garrett,
Right.
and I was just like, I just need to go, and I just emptied the bag onto the grass, and I zipped it back up, and I just went about my day. I
Nice.
just
That's
shit in
great.
an abandoned school one time.
Oh my god.
Okay, I
That's
got
great.
I got one. I don't know if this is the most disgusting thing I've done, but this so one summer when I was like I don't know, I want to say 12, I think. I used to stay up like all night, but like I didn't want to get in trouble because I wasn't supposed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do if I had to like piss is that I would have a bunch of empty water bottles and I would just pee in them,
Oh.
and then I would just hide them under my bed.
Oh, what?
That reminds me of how
Hide them.
Yeah, but I don't under my bed.
I'm doing experiments, Mom.
You guys were like,
This is for science.
did you guys ever have like just a full size like black garbage bag in your room just to put trash in and stuff like that?
I have that
Yeah.
legit
I know that
right
you did.
now.
I just pissed in it one time when I was like 12 years old
Nice.
Yeah.
because I wanted to go to
Nice.
the bathroom, and so I just pissed in it.
You had a moment like that kid who just doesn't want to go to the bathroom on the
I
stream.
specifically remember pissing in an empty popcorn bag in the garbage bag.
Oh my
There's
god.
been times when I was really tiny and like, well, I just remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, at school when I was like 11 or something, we were making like oobleck or like green eggs and ham or something. And there's this eggs and there's dime green for like green slime or something, and you eat it. But I like ate one of those, and I already hated eggs, but I ate it and I like got like sick somehow. I don't know what they put in it, but I went to the little tiny trash can to throw up in the trash can, but I missed it completely, and then I also shit myself from the pressure of throwing up.
Oh my
So
god.
then they had to call my mommy, and my mommy picked me up, and I had to like change my whole outfit.
You had to change your whole identity. You had to go to another town.
I moved to Mexico and whatnot.
Have any of you guys had to experience the pain of waking up with poop in your bed?
No.
The pain.
Mm.
Or no, wait, I remember
No,
actually one time.
like the pain of, oh my god, there's poop in my bed.
You're
I don't
right.
think I've shit
Oh.
my bed.
I've never shit my bed, but one time when I was out in Washington, it was legit the day before I was about to go on my flight back to New York, and Percy somehow got into my mom's weed and ate an edible, and was literally off his fucking mind, like running across the house, and I was
Whoa.
like I had a mattress in the living room. And I was like, no, buddy, it's okay. Sleep with me. And he was like shaking, and I was petting him. I fall asleep, and I wake up, and there's a massive, like almost a foot long pile of shit next to my head.
Oh, whoa.
Next to your head.
Yeah, it was
I couldn't
fucking
do that.
scary.
It's like the videos of the cat when it looks over. There's a big cucumber and it jumps up.
No. This wasn't like a long shit. This was like a pile. This looked like a fucking like compost heap.
Oh god.
It looked like the emoji.
So none of you
No.
guys have shit in your bed before?
I really
No.
don't think I have.
Maybe
Dude.
when I was like teeny tiny baby. in a
When
little
I
diaper.
when I first got my bag,
Oh god.
the doctors
figures.
never ever had the conversation with me of like, so like you're gonna need to apply it really well or else it'll leak. They're just like, yep, just slap it on there, it'll be great. First week I was
Just slap
back
it on
home.
there.
First week I was back home. I was sleeping and I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I was like, why is my whole like lower body just like cold and wet? And I lifted up the because in the blanket was like, oh, why is the blanket soaked in something? And I just turn on the light, and it's like I was like Augustus Gloop and I fell into the chocolate river. And I legitimately stood there for like 5 seconds before going like,
Yeah.
I was like throwing up and crying. And,
If I said SpongeBob.
You were shaking.
Yeah.
I was shaking. I was like on my knees, like going. I was doing the Steve-O where he
It's
goes.
miserable.
Bless you.
Bless
Dude,
you.
I wish I could throw up like Steve-O, where he does like the really high pitch, like.
Yeah, dude.
It's what I always do.
Miles, this isn't a poop story, but Miles mentioned preschool, and I remember the time in preschool. For like 2 months, I convinced every kid in my class that I laid an egg for no reason.
What the fuck?
They're like, no, you didn't. And I was like, yeah, check it out. And I grabbed a plastic egg from the toy box and sat on it. And broke it.
Oh my god!
That's cool.
I also played. I was
Yeah, she was a
also.
badass for that.
How old were you?
I couldn't have been. I had to have been like 5 or 6.
She was like
I
15.
I remember.
This was last week.
Yeah.
No, I also at that same preschool. I also was like, dude, do you want to play back in the barnyard? And I grabbed like some like diamond toys. There was just like diamond shaped blocks, but they were like pink and yellow. Okay, this is Pig, and this is Freddy the ferret. And then one time I drew SpongeBob and someone drew a toaster on his head,
Dude,
and I
my-
legit cried and threw a chair.
Oh my
Nice.
god!
He threw a chair.
The only school activities I remember that weren't recess that were like between me and my friends is in 3rd grade, where me, Freeze, and some other kid would go behind like a bookshelf and just like make our hands into like a diamond shape and press like against like our dicks to like show our bulk through our gym shorts.
What?
And we'd be like, "Oh, dude, look, my dick is so huge, dude." In like the 3rd grade.
That's
Bruh.
the gayest shit ever.
Yeah, how do you?
That is the gayest fucking
I
thing.
mean, nobody saw any penis. It was just like the bullshit through our
You just saw the
shorts.
outline of the whole pig.
Jeez. And I won.
What do you mean you won?
What do you mean you won?
I had the
What is-
biggest chunk.
Oh.
It's good to know.
You were like a tanuki.
Yeah,
I
this
remember
is
in elementary school, little kid just pulled his penis. They just pulled it out. He was dropped his shorts. He was like, "Hey guys, look!" Like it was weed or something.
Hey guys, look.
And everyone
Like
was
he just found
yeah.
out about it.
Exactly.
At least every week in
Guys,
school, I would go into the bathroom and there'd be a kid at the urinal with his pants completely around
Yeah.
his ankles with his butt out.
Yeah, one time I walked into a urinal and there was a kid pissing on the handle of the urinal. He had to try to do it. He
What?
was like aiming up and pissing on the handle, and he was just like, he looks like did like a "what's up" like head thing. I was just like, "Yeah, what's up?"
And then what does he have to
Yeah,
do
he
with
went.
when he flushes it? He's got to touch it all.
I remember.
He didn't. He just walked away.
What the
Uh-oh.
fuck?
People did
remember-
that all the time. They were shitting the urinals all the time.
People-
with
I
me
remember
over
that
there.
happened to me in elementary school. I walked in and there was some kid with a Hank Hill ass and his pants were all the way down, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
He
Yeah,
had a
fuck over there.
little-
People always are just like, "Oh my god, these disgusting, disrespectful high schoolers with their hijinks." I have to say,
I honestly, there's a lot less going on.
whenever I went into like the high school bathroom and I saw like poop on the floor or like cum on the mirror, my first reaction was like, that's so awesome, and I'm so glad they did.
Dude,
that.
at our high school, there was a period where some kids filled the soap dispensers with their own cum.
Like, that's awesome.
Thankfully I never like encountered it, but I heard about it. It was definitely true.
How do you fill it with it?
Yeah, how
my
do you
favorite,
fill it?
You save it up?
Yeah, because dude, you
Ew.
can shoot quite a load if you save it up.
Yeah, that's true.
My favorite high school pastime was to go across the street to the 7-Eleven, get like a 6-pack of condoms, put like white milk in there, and then just like leave it on like a toilet seat, and then just leave.
Oh. Like
That's scary.
the ketchup packets, you sit down and it explodes.
That was such a fucking
fucking
because I never saw like the outcome of it.
Yeah.
I never saw anyone find the
I'm
There's
sorry.
little dogs screaming. Is that Percy?
Yeah, that's Percy. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Can you be the guest on the next podcast?
No.
Oh.
Does he carry up your wallety and your lipsticky?
Lipsticky?
You think you're so clever.
It's Percy.
That's
I get
stupid.
Hold on.
I honestly didn't get it till you explained it. I feel
Yeah,
stupid.
me neither. I was like, what is that?
She's getting up to execute her dog.
Uh-oh.
Yo, can we watch
Off goes the head.
it?
No, bro. Oh, no.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right! Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
It's the 4th of July.
I used to hate going down the steps in my old house because there was one step that fucking squeaked like hell.
I love the one story. Didn't you fall down the stairs twice?
Yeah. Well, I remember one time, and it's the one time you're laughing at, where I was just told, dinner's ready, so I literally... I was just happy to be eating dinner finally, and I was like running down the stairs, and I tripped and fell like all the way down.
Oh my god.
How far did you fall down?
I probably like tripped on like the 3rd step upwards, and
Oh,
then
no.
fell all the way down.
Freeze, you literally did the "Ayo, the pizza here"
Yeah.
video.
I think I fell down the stairs at your house one time, and I was just like, "Holy shit!"
It was rough,
Hey.
man, because
Hey, I'm sorry.
what?
You don't
I'm sorry.
really.
I'm sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. I had to mute for a second. Do you want to hear the most fucking Izzy thing in the universe that just happened?
Sure.
Okay.
So my dog was barking because there was someone knocked on my window, and I was like, "What the fuck? Am I like having schizophrenia? Is this it? Is this the final frontier?" And I go outside, and 3 of my friends come out with hockey masks and fake guns and point them all at me.
Whoa.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "Oh, sorry. We were just wondering if you're busy. You want to hang out?" And then my friend was legit like, "Yo, I got you some Family Guy DVDs. You want to come to my house and go get them?"
What the fuck?
So I guess I'm going to their house to go get Family Guy DVDs. I'm leaving the podcast early. You guys have fun.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy
Have a-
this.
I was gonna. Wait, hold on. I have a story to say. I wanted to tell a story before I left. I wanted to tell at the end of the podcast. I'll tell it now. When I was 5 years old, I went to the dentist, and I hated going to the dentist. So my mom talked to the dentist, and he's like, "Oh, if you did this, he'll have his mouth open." So I would go to the dentist, and the dentist would, out of my mouth open, and the dentist would be, "Oh, I think I see SpongeBob. Oh, I think there's plankton." And then that made me stay in the dentist chair and have him check on my teeth.
That's so awesome.
I remember that.
That's so stupid.
Alright.
That's cool.
There's
I remember
plankton.
James.
There's SpongeBob. You plugged this in there. Hold on.
Oh, there's Sandy. Okay, I'm gonna go get Family Guy DVDs. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, go have fun.
I don't blame you.
The dog.
Yep.
But I fell down the stairs at your house, like at your old house, probably like 3 times. And every time I didn't get hurt at all, I would just like sort of, you know how in Cat in the Hat where the kid he falls down the stairs but he's just on his ass the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that what happened?
That would happen, and I wouldn't get hurt. I would just like be silent at the bottom, going, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
That
Because
was
it
cool.
really just freaked me out.
Yeah. It was rough at my house because it had that banister right at the end. The famous banister where you wrote "I love penis."
Dude, oh my god.
I don't know if we ever told that on the podcast.
What a
I don't
dark
think so.
day.
That was the first time Avery came to my house.
Was it really the first time? I thought it was like the third or fourth.
I don't know. It was one of the first, if not. I think it was the first. But because part of the reason I was like angry that it happened was like my parents don't even know you yet. So you're legit just a kid that came and did that. Yeah.
Yeah, the story was like
yeah.
This is probably like I've said a lot of stupid stuff like that I've done as a kid. This is probably the most malicious thing I've done as a child.
Well, that's saying something.
Was because like this like it wasn't like awful. I was just doing it just because I was an asshole.
Yeah, like you
Oh,
did
Lord.
you did it and you weren't even like, "Hey, come here, this is funny." You just did it.
And so the thing was is we were all good because his community had a pool. We're all gonna go to the pool. We're in our swim gear. We're waiting for his dad to come downstairs, and I just noticed on like the little edge of the staircase there's like a ballpoint pen. So I just like wrote like "I heart cocks"
Yeah.
on there, and I was like, and then we left. We came back and like 3 hours later, you came up to me. And you're like, "Hey, my dad is like really upset that you wrote down a staircase."
Yeah.
And I was freaking out, so I was just like, I didn't do that. Even though I obviously did.
Yeah.
Like, you saw me do it. And then this was like the angriest I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
He was screaming, he was yelling, I had to go home early. Like, there was like 5 people in the house. Like 5.
Yeah, like 5 friends.
And all of them got sent home.
Oh my god.
And I didn't go back to his house for like another 2 years.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
for real.
That
Yeah.
figures.
It sucked.
That's actually stupid, but
And
Cool.
now your parents
Cool.
love me.
Yeah.
Literally.
now you're all buddies.
I
Yeah.
remember like a month after that you're like, "Yeah, my parents said you can come back again if you just like say sorry." And I was so not ready to admit that it was me. Even though it's so
You're about
obvious.
to go like, I'm sorry that someone else did that.
So that like 2
Yeah.
months turned into 2 years of me not going over to his
Oh my
house,
god.
Yeah.
which was the
No.
funniest shit.
I'm sorry that got written on your banister. As for who did it, I still don't know.
One of my
Yeah.
friends probably.
My thing is how the fuck did he see it? It was
Well,
so small.
There's 2 things about it. I figured that he wouldn't see it, and then I figured he wouldn't be able to tell what it said. And I don't know if he could tell what it said, but he definitely saw it.
Where was it like on like the top or like the side of the stairs?
So, I'd say the side. So my
Okay.
house was kind of weird. Like you'd walk in the front door, and there would be like 4 steps right in front of you, and then you would go to the right, and there'd be like 10 steps, and then you're upstairs. But we had a banister going both ways. So even those little
Okay.
side steps, or those front steps, the little 4 steps had a banister, and he wrote it on the side of that.
But
Mm.
I wrote it really small. Like I wasn't like doing like big exclamation marks here.
Yeah.
Your dad just notices that stuff.
But it was still, I don't know, it was kind of obvious. Like if you looked at the stairs, then you'd see it.
Okay.
My thing was that you
Excuse me.
just could have got a white out and just painted that over.
I think that's what happened, yeah. He just put white out
Okay.
over it.
Not even paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going home and like, of course, I wasn't admitting to anyone I did this. So my mom was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you guys stay home. Do you want McDonald's?" And I was like, "No." And I went to bed and slept for like 12 hours because I was so upset.
You slept half the day because you wrote "I love cock."
No, that was so
Oh god.
funny. That's so fucked up.
I know.
I'll do that again in like 3 years for like the 10-year anniversary.
Your anniversary.
Did I have an equivalent of that to your house at all?
I think there was one point where the thing is not that I don't think it was anything you did at my house.
Mm-hmm.
You just were like kind of a little shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Like one thing, because my mom still tells me about this. Like whenever I go over to your house, even though we're both adults, my mom is like, "Are you sure his parents know you're coming over?"
Right. Yeah.
Because there was a point in time
Uh-oh.
where I would ask him if I could come over, and he'd be like, "Sure," but he just wouldn't tell his parents, so I would just show up unannounced to them.
Yeah.
And apparently, one time their parents pulled my mom aside and were just like, "So are we just letting the kids make the rules now?" And my mom was so fucking mad at me. And I was like, "It's not my fault. He fucking did that."
Right. Yeah.
It's true.
And so I had to hear about that until today. I still hear about that.
Today?
How long ago was that?
Every time I go to your house now, she brings that up.
Oh my god, this was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, come
even
on.
7. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I remember it though. I definitely remember it.
And I also remember
That's
one
funny.
time. I went over to your house and I was leaving the next day, and your parents and my mom were talking like right in front of me, but of course I wasn't paying attention. They were talking about what time I should be picked up, and later someone asked me what time I should be picked up, and I just like lied so I can stay as long as I can. And then I got yelled at because I was told like you heard us talk about what time you're gonna get picked up.
Right.
It was so fucked up.
I remember going to your house and we were watching the Jimmy Neutron movie. I don't know if it was the same time as when we were watching it in that room full of poop. I think we were just watching it.
What
in
does
your
that
room.
mean?
I'll get to it in a second. I can't just say that and be like, oh yeah, everyone
Told me that,
understands.
thanks. Oh yeah, like it's a normal thing. Yeah, all right.
We're gonna put a pin in that right now.
Classic.
Yeah.
We'll
I'll get
circle
back to
later.
it.
Go the House of Freeze Park.
But I remember just we were watching the we were watching like the special features, like there's like a behind the scenes featurette or something, and my mom called and was just like angry about how she didn't know when she was picking me up or something, and it was just like filled with drama and sad. But
Oh.
the room full of poop story is just I went to Avery's house and he had this room in his old house where his stepdad used to have a bunch of shit.
What does that, like, dude?
No. My stepdad did
Not
shit
shit,
on the
not
floor.
poop.
Okay. I
Like-
thought he had like a shit room.
He's-
He'd have retro games and stuff.
Yeah, he had like an
Okay,
AVGN
that's
like
fair.
game collection. But his stepdad was gone for a while, so that room was just vacant, and it was full of DVDs, and it had a projector. So we watched the Jimmy Neutron movie on that projector. But the room was just full of like dog shit, like
Oh, come on
every
now.
like 3 piles per every corner.
Why did they let the dog shit in it and not do anything?
What the dog
my
doing?
family was full of mental illness at the time.
Okay,
I think that's the best I can describe it.
that's fair.
And of course,
Yeah.
I was like 11 years old, so I was just like, okay,
Yeah,
You're like, all right, dog shit room.
I remember
my responsibility.
we were watching Jimmy Neutron and we were playing Gooey Louie, the game where you pick boogers out of the nose.
And then
with
SpongeBob-
mounds of shit around you.
Yeah, and
Is
the
it like-
and the
Did you
boogers
smell
were
it the
like,
whole time.
oh yeah,
Okay.
and the
Jeez.
boogers
then,
were like getting everywhere.
SpongeBob ants in your
It
pants.
fell in the shit. You had to
Yeah.
throw it out.
Yeah.
I gotta get my phone charged. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember a sad tale about that guy's game collection was we were like, yo, do you want to play Mario Brothers on the NES? Because we didn't grow up with that stuff, so it's a fun novelty thing to do. And I remember the NES didn't work at all, so we just spent like hours like, will this work? It still doesn't work. What the fuck? While we were eating like gross pizza and shit.
That's not fun.
No. And like Dr. Pepper, like warm Dr. Pepper's the only thing to drink in the house.
That's just so funny. Like
What
it's
pizza
so
was it?
specific.
It's like Hungry
what
Howie's or
brand?
something.
Hungry Howie's. Okay, no wonder.
Yeah. Like local Florida pizza and shit.
You just get Buck's Pizza.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Little Caesars?
I like Little Caesars.
I don't know. I don't think I'm a good pizza judger because I don't like
Pizza
pizza.
Judger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Izzy, what's this? What are we doing?
Yeah, why do you keep doing that?
What are you doing?
Crazy frog.
Crazy frog, dude.
Oh my god. Do you
That's
guys
okay.
have silly sleepover stories?
Um,
Silly
sense.
sleepover.
Let me
Let me
think.
think.
Oh wait, I got one. Okay, this is funny. This is back when I was around third grade, so I want to say I was
Like 8.
9. Yeah, 8 or 9. So I went to a friend's house for a sleepover, and we got pizza, right? And
Yeah.
I ate quite a bit, and then like right after we went to the backyard, and he had like one of those like small like little pool like inflatable pool things.
Mhm.
And then yeah, we went in there, and then like 5 minutes after we got in, I just abruptly started vomiting.
Oh my god.
What the? Oh my god.
Just started vomiting everywhere at the porch.
The
A new
porch.
mixture into the water.
It was like everywhere. It was like on the tile of the backyard, and then on the grass in the pool. It went on for a good like minutes. And then
Oh
like
my fucking god.
we just like after that the dad my friend's dad wasn't really upset. He was just like disappointed. He just like sighed and like just go to his room and then I'll clean it up.
He's just like
He's like yeah, like he was already in the background, like he was watering the flower or watering something, and so he was just started spraying all the vomit.
Oh, that reminds. He's just spraying the vomit. He's like, I'm sorry for that, man.
the pool gets a bit more green.
Yeah.
Cartoon green vomit. I just remembered we were on me friends in elementary school were all where were we going? I think to like laser tag for my birthday or something. But we were I don't think any of them had like their parents just dropped them off at the school, and then my parents and them just like drove us there. And
Yeah.
like so it was like carpooling little kids, and there were like 2 cars. In the car I was in, so I think my friend Alex just like everyone was just chilling, and he just vomited like at the ceiling of the car. Like he just like projectile
Whoa.
vomited. He's like at the top because he was car sick. We didn't say anything, and then
Like a fucking
Uh,
fountain.
literally, and it was like on the ceiling, so it was like dripping on top of him, and he had to like change his shirt.
Oh.
And then we were almost there, so then someone dropped. We were all getting out. My friend Will was like, he said something really like it sounded like a little kids movie script, something like, "When I see people vomit, I vomit," and then he vomited on the ground on the concrete outside.
Man, Joe, your swimming pool story reminded me of something from my youth.
Really?
Taco.
Just the idea of a swimming pool. When I didn't know how to swim until I was probably like 7 or something. So I didn't really go in the pool when I was like, before 7. But I remember in Ohio, like, I guess like an aunt of mine had a swimming pool that, everyone in the family would go to, like the family swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even remember which person it was in my family. I don't remember what cousin it was or something like that. But I told him that that I didn't know how to swim, so like kind of because of that I was scared of the water, as a kid.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh yeah?" And then he just like fucking shoves me into the pool, and I go all the way to the bottom of the pool, and I'm like fucking
Oh my
struggling to get out.
fucking god! How
Like-
deep was the pool?
Probably like maybe like 6 foot.
Oh fuck
Whoa.
off! What a cunt!
I know. I
That's
can.
a fucking. He could have killed you.
I can-
What the hell?
I know. I can still to this day like go back to that moment of like me being at the bottom of the pool.
Jesus.
That's
Like what the
fucking
fuck is
actually
wrong with
evil.
you?
Yeah, that guy. He should be fucking locked up.
Yeah.
That one.
And and again the weird thing is I don't remember who that was.
Huh.
Like
Don't
who
even
did
remember
it?
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's a ghost who never existed.
Some random cunt in my family that I never saw again.
That happened. Like my uncle, like just hung me over the banister, like on like we had like a 2-story house where we used to,
Yeah.
and we had like the deepest, like longest, like thing of stairs ever. It just hangs me over, like, oh, I'm fucking with you. What, am I gonna drop you up?
Dude,
I was like
God.
tiny.
that's what Michael Jackson did
Yeah.
True.
at the
It
window.
really, yeah.
your uncle Michael Jackson's like, I'm gonna drop you.
Why the fuck did he do that?
I know,
And
fucking
he
idiot.
said it like he was joking. Like he was like, "Oh, you get it, right?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you
That
doing?"
was such a
Apparently
big
it's like-
deal when I was little. Was Michael Jackson hanging blanket off? the
Apparently, because he was like really
Oh,
high
yeah.
on his medication at the time. Like he was
I
hooked up
thought- I
on the
was-
pills.
I was always told that it was because the paparazzi kept wanting to see Blanket, and Michael Jackson was so like he had a mental breakdown.
Right.
Like, Blanket on the balcony.
Oh my god.
Michael Jackson's a character.
I
What a
always
crazy
go
guy.
into like late period Michael Jackson rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I did a few days ago.
What happened?
Just like all the videos of like people finding out more about his death and stuff like that, or his last
You know what's
phone
like-
calls.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's such a weird, like he's like an alien almost.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just so weird,
Yeah.
like the later stage of his life. He's like completely like genetically he's black.
Yeah.
Like he was born like a solid black man. All of his children are like white as ghosts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's weird,
That's
man.
interesting. I
'Cause,
wonder if they were all born white like that.
yeah.
His
That's
blanket is kind of like he does look a little bit mixed, but Prince and Paris, they're like they look completely white.
Who was
Yeah.
the mother?
Huh.
It's
I think one of them
Elvis's
is
daughter, right?
at
Was
least
it?
one of them.
Elvis's daughter, huh?
I know Blanket was like a test tube baby.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
what does that mean? Test tube baby.
That means like he was like Michael Jackson came in a cup and they injected
Oh,
his
don't,
son into
like-
some lady.
Oh, just
Wow.
so okay.
Like so like he didn't have sex to have Blanket.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's a thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yo, I love Michael Jackson. He's awesome.
I do too. But
He's cool.
he's interesting.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
for
say that.
he's really interesting.
'Cause
I think he's more interesting than he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at, I was going down the rabbit hole because Anthony Fantano talked about there's one of like the Michael Jackson records that came out after he died.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 songs on one of them that just got removed from streaming services because people like highly theorize that he's not actually the one singing on them, and it's like
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
what's his freaking name? Jason something.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah,
Wait,
oh,
so it was someone else singing?
yeah. I know all about this.
I don't think people know yet.
No. Okay, so here's the story.
Yeah.
So this guy named Jason something, Jason Derulo. No,
Jason Momoa.
I forgot his last name. Jason something. He and like some friends of Michael Jackson, like the Casio brothers or whatever, they produced a whole album of fake tracks, and they tried to sell it to Sony or the estate or whatever, as legit Michael Jackson songs.
Really?
And they they succeeded obviously because they did buy them off of him, and they put 3 of those songs from said album into Michael, his first post. How do you say it?
Posthumous.
Posthumous.
Yeah, I
his
was
first-
avoiding saying the word too.
Yeah, it's his first death album. Anyway, and then after that, people figured it out, and they started like some people were like suing Sony for like fraud or because
Yeah.
like you're not paying. That's not Michael, and like it's a big thing, and it's like it's practically true, but like there's still no outright like confirmation, and like the whole album is called the Bible album because some guy in an like they found a CD, like a burnt CD with just the word Bible on it that had all 12 tracks from this fake album, and they auctioned it, and like it was worth like a lot of money,
Wow.
and all these tracks got leaked online, so you can listen to them. Just look up like
Oh,
Michael
okay.
Jackson Bible album. They're actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, I actually like most of the songs on the album.
Well, I learned a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Water
any of
and
that.
Burn Tonight
There's a little
are
roller
like my
coaster.
Yeah,
favorite.
like, I remember reading how Michael Jackson's mom listened to those and she was like, "That's not my son saying."
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Like if you listen to them, you could tell it's still. I think it's still a really good impersonation, all things aside.
Yeah.
But you can tell it's not like Michael.
Yeah. One of them has 50 Cent. I think it's called Monster.
Yeah.
And there's one called Breaking News. The Breaking News was the one where I was like, oh yeah, that's not him.
I like
Yeah.
because the whole thing was he kind of doesn't sound like Michael Jackson, but also for the whole song he's referring to Michael Jackson like he's Elmo like in the third person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Michael doesn't do that.
yeah, that was the most telling. Like he calls himself like something else.
He's like everybody's talking about
Watching the
Michael
news
Jackson.
of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like yeah, that's not right.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That is a really good
I am
song.
Michael Jackson.
yeah, it is good.
This is my
Dude.
song.
Michael Jackson was genius. Did you know how Michael Jackson composed his music?
He like sang it with his mouth, right? And this
Yeah,
guy
he would go up to like the session musicians and be like, "Okay, I want the drums to be like," and then he'd like go up to the guitarist to be like, "Okay, so I want the guitar line to be like."
Right.
Yeah.
But then I want the bass line to go like.
Yeah, he would often
That's
And all the
cool.
session musicians were like, "Okay, Michael."
Isn't
he would
that
often,
what
he would often
what
get in phone
producer?
calls. He would often get in phone calls and like just beatbox like the melody to like the people
Right.
of how he wanted it.
I think the what is it?
Who's the guy that produced that Jay-Z song? Or did I mean, what the fuck is it called? Dirt on Your Shoulder.
Oh, that's Timbaland.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was like, T what? Yeah, doesn't that guy do it?
Yeah, he beatboxes a lot. His songs with Justin Timberlake, Justin will beatbox a lot, stuff like that.
I think
okay,
one of the stories is when he was making a Thriller and he thought of it was either Beat It or Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
But the story is like he was like in his car and he's just like and he was so focused on keeping this melody in his head that because he knew it was awesome, he's just like dum, bum, 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 bum. And so he did that for so long he didn't notice his like car caught on fire.
What?
That's true. It broke down.
That's cool.
Oh my god.
And like the producer of Thriller, Quincy Jones, like
Yeah.
he was actually fighting so hard to not have Billie Jean on it, but Michael was like, "But I love the groove. It's so groovy."
I think he was fighting
Movie.
because
Yeah.
the intro to Billie Jean is like fucking like 3 minutes long.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And I think Quincy Jones was like, Michael, you need to cut this back, man. And Michael Jackson's like, no, it gets you in the mood.
I mean, he did win in the end.
Yeah.
He did.
He was
it's
right.
great.
He was right. Yeah.
It's his biggest hit, I think.
Yeah. I forgot what track specifically Quincy wanted instead of Billie Jean, but he wanted one of the unused tracks in place of Billie Jean. I forgot which one though.
Do you know,
If I remember, I'll say it.
Yeah.
the one artist I fucking love, like their unreleased shit, besides like Ween, Prince, in the
Mhm.
same vein as Michael Jackson. There's that whole because Prince like he wrote hits for other artists. He wrote Manic Monday. He wrote
Yeah.
Jungle Love. He wrote Nothing Compares to You.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's just a whole posthumous album of Prince, like his demos he made of these songs to send to the song, like to the
Yeah.
artists. And
Originals.
they're just so much better.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
cool. Cause I was glad when that came out because I always loved Manic Monday by the Bangles. And I was like, Prince wrote that? No way. And then it came out with him singing on it. That's pretty cool.
Like he
Same
did
with Jungle
Straight
Love.
Shooter, he did Manic Monday.
Yeah. He did some good
And-
shit.
His version of Nothing Compares to You is so much better.
It is. I don't like Sinead O'Connor.
My coworker was talking to me today about Prince. My coworker loves Prince. Been to so many shows.
Yeah.
I didn't know she actually like met Prince like 3 times.
Really?
'Cause the way like Prince because there would always be like an after party at Prince shows. And
Yeah.
the whole thing was just they would choose audience members, just random. So,
Hmm.
yeah, you're invited. And she got invited like 3 times. And the first time she was like 18, and she was like she got the chance to ask Prince any question ever. And she was just like, I was so fucking retarded for doing this. I went up to Prince and I said, "Can you sign my T-shirt?" And Prince was like whispered in her ear, just like, "If I sign your T-shirt, I'm gonna have to sign everyone else's. Why don't
Right.
we just go into the party and have a good time?" And she was just like, "Yeah, my friends were like calling me like stupid and were hitting me on against the head."
And that's the one question.
Wow.
That's
I told her
stupid.
about the one time where it was Questlove got to be a DJ at a Prince after party, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Dude, it's Prince. I'm bringing my A game. I'm doing all the shit I can do." And
Yeah.
halfway through my set, Prince comes up to me and says, "Hey, quit what you're doing and put this on." And I open it up, and it's a copy of Finding Nemo on DVD.
Right. And he's like, oh, okay, but there's no monitors in this club. and then suddenly like monitors came down, and he's like, "Oh my god, okay." So he puts it on, but he keeps DJing because he's like, "Well, maybe Prince just wants to watch the visuals." And then he comes back later, and he's like, "No, no, no, turn off the music and play Finding Nemo." What the
That
fuck?
is so funny.
Wait,
Yo,
Finding
they got Finding Nemo in the club.
Like your shit was so bad, Prince made you put on Finding Nemo.
That's so funny.
That's so good. I had a teacher that claimed, kind of like same thing. She loved Prince. Maybe it was a joke, but she claimed that she had a restraining order, by Prince.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I don't know if it's true, but I mean, she went in pretty good detail about her love for Prince. She has like 3 tattoos.
Whoa.
I came in wearing a Purple Rain shirt. She was like, "I was there the day it came out." Like whatever.
What?
My coworker, because my coworker's like 60 years old now, and she was like, "Yeah, like 10 years ago, I was invited to a Prince after party, but I brought my kids with me because I wanted them to see Prince, right?"
Oh
And
god.
and I got invited to an after party. So what I did was I put my kids in the car, quickly rushed them home, and said, "Here's the kids. I'm going to the Prince after party. Bye." Which is honestly what anyone should have done in that situation.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't bring children to a Prince after party. There's probably some wild stuff going
This is
on.
also this is the same lady who was in the nightclub when Dimebag Darrell from Pantera got shot and killed.
What?
She was in the club and she went to the bathroom and she came out and like the whole club was empty and she's like, "What the fuck is going on? Why is he just laying down there?" Like
Oh my god.
until like police came in and he's like, "You gotta get out of here now."
Oh shit.
She's like, "Oh, Dimebag Darrell's dead. Okay, I see how it is."
Dimeback Daryl.
She also told me one time she went to like Ozfest one time.
Mm.
I don't know if it was Ozfest or just an Ozzy concert, but halfway through, like right before Ozzy came out, they went over the announcement that just says, "It's our displeasure to tell you that Ozzy Osbourne will not be performing tonight." And she was like, "Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here before people start killing each other."
Oh god, yeah.
And they had to send in like riot teams because Ozzy fans were like fighting to the death because they were so upset that Ozzy Osbourne wasn't coming out.
Right. Man, my sister and my dad got to see Marilyn Manson maybe like right before 2020 or something. And
Whoa.
they came home and they acted like they had a great time, but apparently like Marilyn Manson like fell off the stage and broke his leg like 2 songs in or something, and they had to go home.
I love the one story you told me about one time your dad went to like see Morrissey and had, like he started playing Meat is Murder and
Yeah.
put like the PETA visuals and your dad was so pissed he tried running onto the stage
Yeah.
to kill him.
Yeah, Morrissey was playing Meat is Murder. It's like a 12-minute version of Meat is Murder, and he has like PETA videos of like animals being like sawed open on screen. And he's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And he like gets up out of his seat and like he like runs towards the stage, just like flipping the bird.
It's like that Family Guy clip of Peter
That's
running
easy.
towards
That was,
Yeah,
dude.
that's so good. I wasn't there. I wish I was.
I love the song "Meat is Murder." However, if that happened to me, that I would like. God damn.
I mean, what a way to ruin your show.
Yeah, just play because it's such a like. I think "Meat is Murder" is the best Smiths album. I think it's such a good downer closer, but you don't play that live.
Yeah.
That's a song you just keep in the studio.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I wish there was like footage of that. Of my dad like running to the stage with the middle finger.
That would be fucking-
My dad like sneaks his way into concerts all the time because he has like fake backstage passes that he made like 20 years ago, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just here to review the show," and they never question him. So he pretty
20
much
years old?
well, I don't know, but I don't think they're real, and he goes like any show he wants to just for free,
That's so.
Whoa.
even though he's not a reviewer at all.
We have to start doing that.
Yeah,
Who?
my dad.
Weren't you supposed to see
Oh,
Mac
cool.
DeMarco in concert?
Yeah, something like that. We wanted to see Mac DeMarco in New York, and I don't know. My dad's the type of guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, we'll do it. I'll buy the tickets tomorrow," and then he just never does it.
Hmm.
But I think apparently when it was like like 6 months in advance or something. I remember when when that show finally happened, the Mac DeMarco show in New York. He like threw up on stage or something and was really drunk.
I think wasn't this the era where he was just doing like karaoke versions in like the big chicken suit?
I think, and I would have hated to see that.
That's so gay.
Like he didn't have his band for a little bit, so yeah, he would dress up in a costume and go on stage by himself with a laptop with like instrumentals to his songs.
Wow.
That sucks.
What a
waste
worth
of
your
time.
bucks, huh?
I know, yeah.
Dude, the downfall of Mac DeMarco is honestly so interesting to me.
I haven't heard about him in a
He
while.
was like, if he kept going with like the Saladay sound, he would probably be one of the biggest names in music right now.
Yeah, he
Like,
could have
he had-
really
he-
sold
he-
out.
He legitimately had like, I think he had the biggest impact on indie music in the past like 10 years.
Yeah.
Because everyone's trying to sound like that Saladay's Mac DeMarco.
Yeah, even like people that have actually gotten pretty big, like Claro and stuff like that.
But
Yellow
now
Days.
he's like, the only information people know about his new album that's coming out, it's called 5 Easy Hot Dogs.
What?
And the only people who have heard it have just said like it sounds like Ewok music.
Ewok music,
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
like the Star Wars characters.
Like the Star Wars characters.
Oh my god!
That's so funny.
Wait,
Which I
is that
think-
a real
I think-
announcement? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he canceled his tour because he's like, I have to finish working on my new rock and roll record, 5 Easy Hot Dogs.
My
Which is
God.
probably that's like the most Mac DeMarco thing ever.
Yeah, that's a good title for him.
I think that's the one instance where like I see someone decide not to sell out, and I was like, man, that's just awesome.
Yeah, he's cool.
I feel like there's a lot of artists where like they really should have sold out.
Yeah, they really had the opportunity. I think MGMT really could have sold out, or keep selling out,
Yeah.
because they had, like their biggest hits were their first ones, and then afterwards they were like, this sucks. Let's make fucking Flaming Lips music.
What's the most recent MGMT album?
This Little Dark Age.
I thought another one was supposed to come out.
I think they were, and then COVID ruined it or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Oh, I forgot about MGMT.
listened
Yeah.
to the self-title the other day, and I listened to Alien Days, and I was like, "Wow, this song's so fucking good." And I
Yeah.
listened to the rest of the album, and I was like, "Wow, that's so fucking lame."
Yeah, that record sucks, but Alien Days is a great song.
I think my favorite is either "Congratulations" or "The Dark Age."
I love Little Dark Age.
I've
That's like
never-
one of the best albums of the last 5 years, I think.
You were always hyping up "Congratulations." I was like, "Nah, mid," but it's so good.
Yeah, I think it's great. Those are
Songs
both
like
great albums, and then the other two are like, eh,
I love Oracular Spectacular. It's great.
it's all right.
I think that's like
I really like it.
I think it's close to being. It's not, of course, not to that extent, but I feel like it's one of those albums where you listen to it, and I feel like any one of those songs could have been like a hit.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
fucking, I don't think "Weekend Wars" was a single at all.
No,
That
yeah,
song, and I'm like, yeah, that could have totally like hit the chart.
yeah, or of moons, birds, and whatever. That's a good song.
And Monsters.
Yeah,
Fourth Dimensional Transition.
yeah, that's a good band. I want to see them sometime.
Is Crazy Frog on that album?
Yeah, actually. They
I think
actually-
he mixed it.
Yeah,
He's like
Crazy
the
Frog-
main mixer.
I think Crazy Frog produced.
Crazy Frog was.
He produced Oracular Spectacular.
Right.
There's actually a demo because they did the Kids EP before Oracular. No, they did the Time to Pretend EP,
Yes.
and the early version of Kids is on there, and Crazy Frog has a verse on there.
He does this.
No.
He does the synth parts on Kids. He goes.
That is hilarious.
I think he wrote. I think he did the chords in Electric Feel, like he wrote the instrumental.
Yeah.
Crazy Frog was
I-
the bass line.
Mm.
I know he did ad libs in Little Dark Age. I think
Yeah, but you can't tell because it sounds exactly like The Sims.
he's in the
Yeah.
background vocals for When You Die.
In general, when you die,
He's the part at the beginning where it's like, you know.
Yeah, actually, that's just him pitched down.
Yeah.
Pitch down.
They actually the song, the sixth song on that record, James, was actually just going to be called Crazy Frog, but
Yeah.
they thought it was too obvious, so they just changed the name to James.
Yeah, but it's really about him.
Yeah, same with Me and Michael.
Yeah, it was me and Crazy Frog.
they already had written James, and so Columbia was like, you can't have two songs about Crazy Frog. And so they're like, yeah, I'll just write a song about me and Michael Jackson.
What was the story
Right.
with that? Did they just really like him, or like?
I think Crazy Frog. I think it's like a thing, like a Pete Best sort of thing, but not really. Crazy Frog was in MGMT before they made a regular spectacular, but I think he went to Berkeley. Like he quit the band to study at college at Berkeley, but he still kept close with the band, producing them obviously.
That's crazy. I didn't know he did shit after Axl.
Yeah, he's on every one of their records except for the
For a lot.
self-titled.
Yeah,
cool.
he was pretty busy at college in that point.
I think that's why the record really flopped.
Yeah, just the lack of presence.
It's crazy.
Oh,
Crazy
wait, no,
Frog doing all that shit. Gummy Bear still isn't.
I think the one thing when I was like, oh man, this is obviously Crazy Frog, is in I think it's Flash Delirium, the flute solo thing.
Mm,
That's Crazy Frog. He does that.
right, the do 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 that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He loves his arpeggios.
right.
Yeah.
I can't blame them.
I don't think anyone listening knows what we're talking about at this point.
They're looking at Crazy Frog and like, I don't see anything about MGMT besides Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Type of Crazy Frog MGMT.
Crazy Frog did do a song with Ween though.
Really?
That actually, wait, doesn't that have some truth to it?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
There was
There's
a
a-
Crazy Frog remix of Friends.
Right, yeah. There's a Ween song called Friends.
really?
Yeah, there's a Ween song called Friends, but there's two different versions. There's one on an EP that's a lot more like synthy EDM-ish, and then there's one on the album La Cucaracha that's a bit different. But I'm pretty sure they wanted to work with the Crazy Frog guys,
Yeah.
or they already did.
I found a picture of MGMT with Crazy Frog actually before they had it big.
Yeah, I'll put it up on screen.
Can't believe Crazy Frog's
Here
real.
it is.
Oh yeah. Ween meets the Crazy Frog remix.
Okay,
What could you say? He's a crazy frog.
in the last episode, the monkey episode, we got a question in the comments.
Yeah.
Because of our talk about I think it was because we were talking about Dr. Honeydew and Beaker, and we were like, "Fuck Dr. Honeydew," but I love Beaker, you know.
Yeah.
So Serg asked us, "What are other examples of a duo where one is so much better than the other?"
Bert and Ernie.
You think?
I don't know.
I wouldn't say that.
I just found it the first thing.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, so are we talking about like only Sesame Street?
No, anything,
There's
Oh,
duos.
okay.
any duo.
CeeLo Green carries Gnarls Barkley.
That's true. That's a good one. Yeah.
Crash and Bernstein.
Which one is better?
Zeke and Luther.
The puppet.
Did you know that the kid in Zeke and Luther, the redhead guy, is like in
Yeah.
prison right now?
He got arrested.
What?
He got
Why?
arrested for like armed robbery.
What the fuck?
The Disney money ran out.
Yeah, what's up with Disney people? Isn't fucking Corey? Isn't he in prison?
Yeah, he's in prison for like sexting a minor or something.
Yeah, yeah, all right.
Fucking
He didn't.
crazy.
Didn't he get a tattoo of Raven Simone or something?
Probably. Corey in the big house. I'm the
Yeah.
man.
Brian Wilson and Mike Love.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Zach and Cody.
Fuck Mike Love.
Dude, fuck Zach, dude. What an asshole.
Mordecai and Rigby.
Oh.
I think there's some truth to that. Yeah, but Rigby's the better one, right?
Yeah, Rigby's the
Yeah.
better one.
Yeah.
He's just cooler.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
At the end of the show, Rigby's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Rigby becomes more the reasonable one once.
Love her. She's underrated. Jack White is just like the White Stripes, dude.
Yeah.
He's just a genius. There's no way she could have
Yeah.
really.
I mean, you don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
Meg White.
Oh, dude, this is my answer for sure. As much as I love his singing and I think he's great, the dude with the mustache, Ron and Sparks, totally carries that.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, Ron's the genius.
He writes all the hits. He does everything.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were watching that documentary, I was just like thinking to myself, like, so does like the hot guy just not do anything?
He just sings, pretty much.
He just sings like a girl and has like a 6-pack.
Yeah. Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh yeah, Paul Simon carries that fucking band, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Holy shit. That's such a great answer.
Yeah.
Fuck Art Garfunkel, dude. Are you kidding me? There's this one video where he's singing a song on like a top of like a New York City building,
Mhm.
and for one, he just looks like your dad. It's
Yeah.
so funny. It's like your dad. It's like your dad with like a Jew fro.
Great.
Too. But he's like 75 and he has like a 28-year-old kid playing guitar for him, and all he's doing is just singing like.
He's a little nerd.
Like go fucking like try and make Graceland and then come back.
Yeah, exactly. What about David Spade and Chris Farley?
Ooh.
I will say Chris Farley obviously
Is the better one.
genius,
Yeah.
but let's not pretend that Chris Farley wouldn't have been like an Adam Sandler type character, where if he went on for far enough, he would have just started making shit.
Maybe I can see his shtick being
Can
repeated.
you name a single person in that SNL circle at the time that didn't just devolve into that?
That's pretty true. Yeah, like Mike Myers kind of devolved.
Mike Myers did. Adam Sandler did.
Yeah. Will Ferrell almost.
Yeah, I
Little
think
bit.
Will Ferrell had some shitty movies. Here's the question: who's the better Ween brother?
Well, it's Dean Ween. I mean, he always had the heart.
I think it's the other way around.
Well, Gene kind of, he's the one that broke up the band.
I think Gene had like the soul and the heart, and Dean had like the actual like technical talent.
Right.
Because like
Wayne.
look at the post Ween albums. Gene Ween has that really cool, that one cool record,
Yeah,
and Dean Ween has like 3 like really mid ones.
that's true.
Like Wiener.
Okay, Wayne,
Hi.
we have a question. We've been talking about it. We have a question. Maybe you
Right.
have an answer. What's a duo where one of the people is way better than the other?
A duo or one person's way better than the other.
Yeah. Like for
It's a hard
example,
one.
you think Luigi's way better than Mario.
Okay, you gotta give me a second to think on this because I
Yeah.
know faces, but like I can't think on names.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think. One is better.
Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller.
Like, in my head- in
Who's
my
better
head,
than
like,
Penn and Teller though?
Teller,
They're
because he's
both-
not as
they're-
annoying.
But they're
in
both
my
pretty
head, I have
equal.
like pairings, but like I can't name any of their names.
Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yeah, Ferb carries.
Yeah.
He builds all the shit.
Wombology, I think that Nicki Menace guy.
Oh yeah.
Iconic duo.
I just got scared the shit out of. Gumma by Lee Scratch Perry started playing in my ears at full volume.
Wow.
And so I just heard this really loud don't
Okay,
in my ears.
off the top of my head, Drake and Josh. Josh is the better one.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah, at this
For
point in
sure.
time.
I think he's a
In my
yeah.
head, he was just
For
funny
the most
too.
part, yeah.
Like there's just one scene that like that's all I remember of fucking Drake and Josh. But like I think Drake or like Josh is leaning on something, and then like the camera pans him, then he just continues to fall over and fall over,
Yeah.
and like he just keeps falling. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't end. He keeps falling.
That's
and he
that-
keeps
that's that
falling for, like,
bit-
30 seconds.
That's that bit where isn't it? They're at the movie theater.
Yeah, they're at the movies, and like I
Yeah.
forget what happens, but like the camera just cuts to Josh, and like he's just falling for 30 seconds. Like
This is
he
what
falls
happens.
left and falls right, and like
It's we used to fucking die at this. It's they're playing. It's the episode where they play pool, and these
Right.
guys come up to Drake and like, all right, you have to play pool, but we get to pick your partner, and it pans to Josh like stacking candy bars or whatever, and they're like that guy, and right when they pan back to Josh, he like has a breakdown and like falls over and everything
Yeah,
dies.
He falls left and right and left and right.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
it's like one of the only bits I can remember of Drake and Josh. And like it's like the funniest fucking scene in my head.
I know. It's great. Like it happens for. It's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh is definitely the better
Trying to
one
think of more. Trying to think of more. Dudes
in the show and
Didn't
in real.
Josh?
Huh?
Didn't Josh pitch like a Drake and Josh like other series? I think it was
Um,
called Josh and Drake. I
Oh
think.
yeah, Josh and Drake.
Drake
and
did-
made
or
it-
no.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That was Josh.
it was
Oh,
kind
it
of
was
both of them.
Josh.
Oh wait, Beavis.
No, I think it was Josh, but I think
Oh, yeah.
like it painted Drake as a stupid idiot because
Right,
he is
yeah.
one. But
I'll-
Drake was like, no, I'm not doing that.
I remember it.
Yeah,
and
it's like
I'll say it in a
reflected-
second.
Reflected in the real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beavis and Butthead is true too.
But which one's better?
Beavis.
Tom from
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, Tom is better.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
Jerry. It's always been fuck Jerry.
Garth
Yeah.
from Wayne's World.
Yeah, definitely true.
You like Garth more?
He's so cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
Barney Rubble.
Hey,
I agree there.
That's true.
Yogi and Boo Boo.
Which one's better?
That kid.
Ernie, Bert, and Ernie, of course.
Ernie. So this was the Drake and Josh thing. Josh wrote it, and yeah, he decided that he wanted the title to be Josh and Drake,
Yeah.
which is stupid. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was gonna be like Josh lives in New York, or I think like Josh lives in New York and he's rich or something, and Drake,
Yeah, he's like a real estate agent or something.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Drake lives in Mexico, I think, and he's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like the cartel with him or something.
he's like associated with the Mexican cartel, and he sells drugs, and he's like a really
Yeah.
fledgling musician or something. And Drake was like, "What the fuck? I'm not doing that." You know? And
Wasn't
I
that
think
based on
the other
real, like,
thing
the Mexican part.
that he really
Yeah.
didn't like was they were going to swear. Like they were going to swear like all the time in the show.
Yeah, they were gonna say "fuck me, brother." You know, they were not okay. Drake was not okay with that.
Yeah.
Pinky in the brain.
Pinky
I would
Jerry.
say that. I would say the other way around probably.
No, brain is not better, man.
Brain's
Nothing.
funnier. Pinky's a little bit annoying.
No,
I
Pinky
figured
Jerry.
somebody else already said this, but regular show Mordecai Rigby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Rigby.
definitely.
But at the beginning of the show, would you still say that?
Yeah,
Rigby's
I
still
mean,
better?
he was still a little shit, but like he was funny at least.
yeah.
True.
Mordecai
Mordecai was just like this. He went from like straight man to just like sad man.
Yeah.
Mordecai
Sad
was
man.
always sort of like a wimp, like a coward.
Yeah, like he was like a loser straight man, then he just went like loser sad man. Then Rigby was just a little shit. Then he he just became a better person.
I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm glad the
Went
clip
from-
of the wedding is like going around Twitter.
Yeah, like he fucking
Yeah.
picks up a wedding like you know guys, love is weird and all. And, like,
Like imagine
like,
in real life.
as Dan Birdboy.
Your coworker
Rigby-
goes on stage.
Rigby went from
That
little.
has to be based on something, right?
It might
Like,
be.
yeah.
It's a
Probably.
specific, like, real thing.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Rigby went from a little shit to being a big shit.
That's true. Big shot.
Shot.
Big shit.
Trying to think.
Okay, wait. What about Adventure Time? Finn and Jake. I'd say Jake.
I mean,
Jake is
was
better.
Cool, but, like,
I think
Finn's
Jake.
alright. Finn's
Yeah.
alright, but Jake is cool.
I'd
Yeah.
say Jake.
Jake is cool.
Definitely. He's like the stronger dynamic of the duo.
Ren and
Yeah.
Stimpy.
Ooh,
Stimpy's
Stimpy.
way better.
Yeah,
Stimpy.
Stimpy.
I think Ren.
Ooh,
You
Buzz
do?
I think you're
Lightyear,
wrong.
what
I
is
think
Buzz?
he's funnier.
I think
I
you're
like
wrong.
him just being insane.
Come on,
Well, you
Buzz
see,
Lightyear's-
they both play off each other.
Buzz
Our duo,
Lightyear.
I'm better.
Buzz Lightyear.
Hey, I'm actually back now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hi. How those Family Guy DVDs?
I didn't get a Family Guy. My friend gave me a fake ID that's like a fake Peter Griffin ID. And she
Cool.
on it, and I also got a McDonald's milkshake. So,
Cool.
That's cool. Milkshake is cool.
Did you get me one?
No,
Yeah, what about me?
here you can have a sip.
Yeah. Oh, that was my
Hey,
shit.
I'm
are you guys
sorry.
still recording?
Yeah, we're still going.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for blaring Crazy Frog on my phone.
It's
It was
okay.
cool. It's
No,
okay.
it made us start talking about something funny enough.
But,
So
Ironically, we did start talking about Crazy Frog.
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're
we're-
talking about his involvement in the industry.
we're talking about a question that was asked in the comments.
Yeah.
We've kind of like
Is this live stream right now?
no, it was on the last episode.
What's the question?
Well, because we were talking about in the last episode with Ray, we were talking about how in the Muppets, Dr. Honeydew sucks ass, but Beaker is like awesome. You know?
Yeah.
So Serg asked us, and we've honestly run every answer, but maybe you haven't a new one. What's a duo where one of the people sucks ass and the other one's way better? What's your answer there?
That's a toughie.
We said a lot.
Kinda itchy and scratchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of always liked
Very-
Scratchy. Itchy's a cunt. He always deserved to lose, but he always won.
Yeah.
Also, kind of cat dog. Dog's a sweetheart and cat's a cunt.
Oh, that is a good answer. I don't like
Kinda
Cat
reminds
Dog,
me
but
of
Dog
my
is
real
like the
friend.
best character.
Yeah.
True.
Henry and June.
Yeah, which one?
Mario and Luigi.
I already said that.
Izzy, who's the best beaver in Angry Beavers?
Ooh.
Just out of Norbert and Daggett.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daggett.
definitely Daggett.
Yeah.
Sonic and
Oh,
Tails.
Miles, did you talk about?
I
Did
mean,
you
they're
talk
both
about your thoughts
fine.
about Miles? Did you talk about what you think about Angry Beavers?
Oh, I mean, no, I wouldn't have a reason. To.
You
I don't know.
should.
My thoughts are that I don't like it. Is it really?
No,
Why don't
but
you
you
like
came up with like a whole redesign though.
You did.
Oh, I just didn't like how they looked. They were like, their designs confused me because the show's called Angry Beavers and only one of them is angry sometimes, and there's a reason for it, but I still don't get it. And then there's like, one is a cunt all the time, and the other one is just taking it, and he just gets a little bit angry sometimes, and nothing ever comes out of that. It just kind of.
I was talking about it, and we were like, it might have made more
Yeah.
sense if they were like, Daggett was like hardworking, but he never got like credit for it, and Norbert just like lived scot free and was just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and the word parent
reaped
thing
all
at the
the
beginning
rewards.
never got revisited after that one episode.
yeah.
Mm.
They just lived in a house somewhere and like normally and nothing.
I really like Angry Beavers as is, but I thought the reason he didn't like it was interesting.
Yeah. I never thought about
Yeah, it's
that.
just confusing and and it felt like a little bit like Cat Dog, where but less like that. Where in Cat Dog they both got beat up constantly for no reason, but it felt like Daggett just got beat up, and he never does anything wrong at all.
Lily's
It's never
dad.
that funny either.
Lily's dad always calls it two stupid beavers. He
Oh,
like
there you go. That's another one. What about the two
He like-
stupid dogs?
he like mentally confuses two stupid dogs and Angry Beavers. Anyway, I like the big dog and two stupid dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Overall, I think rival characters are better. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
That's true.
The rival character is always cooler.
Yeah.
Wario.
Just in anything, any video game, any movie, series, whatever.
I was gonna say
You
Wario,
got your
but Freeze,
Sonic. You got your Sonic and
talk
Shadow's cooler.
Mhm.
Freeze, talk about how you hate
Shadow was
Wario.
badass.
Actually, I did on the last episode.
You what?
I said my thing
what?
about Wario.
What you think about Wario?
Well, because
Oh, wait, you
it's
had,
in
like,
reference
reason.
to Izzy's thing about Gonzo,
Yeah.
where she's always like, I don't. She said that Gonzo is like the poster boy for like unfunny gay people.
I didn't say unfunny. I just said everyone.
You did.
Gonzo's the game.
If
Gonzo's the game.
if it's like the tie into like Wario's like the poster boy for like unfunny straight people, then wouldn't that be Waluigi?
It's unfunny fat people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never
Fat
seen a
people.
fat person say they look
Or like
Wario.
ugly people. Well, I don't know, cause like they're
I've
if you
never seen the association.
if you like throw a party and you have a bunch of people and they play Smash Brothers, there's that one kid who thinks he's so fucking funny and he picks Wario.
And he
The
goes.
only I see Waluigi a lot
I
more
don't
than
get the
Wario when it
Wario
comes to unfunny people.
It's
Yeah,
Look at
Wario.
Wario.
both
I
of
like
them.
Wario.
I like Wario.
Wario's cool.
If-
He's
if-
my
if-
favorite
if-
Mario
if- if
character,
The
I
red
think.
flag when they start shouting Waluigi. That's the red flag.
I like
Right,
Wario.
That's the thing I hate.
I like Wario, but my main thing was you said that about Gonzo, but you love Wario. It's like it's the same thing.
No.
I
It
really don't
is.
say that much with Wario. I see it more with Gonzo,
I'd say Waluigi's like on the Gonzo
I
line.
don't know.
but I still like Gonzo. I
don't hate Gonzo. That's the thing. I don't hate him, but he. Is
But you
kinda
said that with a lot of rage and passion. Like the
Because
second we mentioned
Rage and
Gonzo,
passion.
the second we mentioned Gonzo, you were like, "Let me tell you fucking what about Gonzo."
Yeah, her face turned beat
I
right at
didn't.
that.
I didn't say it like that.
Yes,
know?
you
I hated
did.
her the whole time I was sitting there.
No, I don't hate Gonzo though. It's just the thing that's the Muppet that's always in like the memes and like the fucking stupid shit.
So's Wario.
Yeah,
No,
true.
well,
That's true. That much is true.
actually, yeah, that one is true.
I don't know.
I
That's
don't
how
really
I
see
feel.
people relating to him. I see more of that,
Everyone
like,
makes-
I'm totally
everyone makes-
Gonzo.
Everyone makes the Wario screams and dies in like Iran videos.
That shit is unfunny as hell.
Like if you play Smash with like someone who just like draws every day, like loves cartoons, he's gonna pick Wario.
That's interesting. I've never.
I'm just
I
saying
guess I
pe-
haven't played Smash with that many groups of people.
It's like Wario or Pac-Man.
But
Okay.
Pac-Man's cool.
No, I like
Pac-Man is
Pac-Man,
cool.
but I'm just saying that's what it is. I love
Okay.
Pac-Man.
We should save Pac-Man talk for if the Pac-Man guy ever comes on.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love Pac-Man.
You will, yeah. Although
love
I have
Pac-Man.
like 5 seconds of things to say about Pac-Man.
Okay, I don't have.
Have you
much.
played any of Have you played any of the world games?
Yeah, I played Pac-Man World 2 like at a friend's house
Nice.
when
You
I was
need
like
to get the
7.
remake. You need to get the remake next month.
Maybe I will.
It's fun. Pac-Man
And-
World 1 I like a lot more than 2.
I remember
Really?
Maddie was streaming Pac-Man
Yeah,
World
me
2 and
too.
she was really bad at it and it was making me laugh.
I kind of don't like Pac-Man World 2.
Really?
That's
No.
crazy.
That's
I
the
like
one I
Pac-Man.
always
I
hear
remember
about.
you did.
Pac-Man, everyone loves Pac-Man World 2, and it's not like a bad game, but I think it does the same thing Banjo does, but like incorrectly, because Banjo's a collectathon, and most of the things you do in that game are collecting shit, but they make it varied and interesting. In Pac-Man World 2, you collect everything, but if you don't collect anything, there's no like, I don't know. That's like all you really can do. You either complete the level just as is, or you complete it with everything. There's no real reward to doing it.
Mhm.
It's really unsatisfying. I don't know.
It's like getting the star coins in New Mario World.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
New Mario World.
New Mario Brothers 5.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, guys, but what about Pac-Man World 3? Hell yeah.
I had a demo for that, I think.
Pac-Man from like Smash. Yeah.
No, I actually like Pac-Man World 3 a lot because it was just so interesting.
It seems interesting, but I only hear people talking about how bad it is and how terrible it is.
It's not bad. It just doesn't play like the other two.
Oh, okay.
I like
It's
Pac-Man
just
World.
different.
Pac-Man World Rally is slept on. That's a really good kart racer.
Yeah. Pac-Man is just slept on in general. People should talk
I
about
feel,
more.
I feel bad whenever I'm like, Wayne, you gotta play this game, and whenever he goes through it, he's like a confused grandpa. He's like,
I don't know. It just happens.
Something I don't like. Something I don't like about Pac-Man though is that they don't like separate things. Like they still make classic arcade-like Pac-Man games, and then there's like these new 3D platformers that are nothing like that. It's like you're basically
they
making two
haven't-
different series.
It hasn't really evolved like Sonic or anything.
Yeah, like you
Or,
gotta
like,
stick to
Mario.
one or the other. You can't do both. It's weird.
No, you can
I
do
like
both.
both.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can
it's
do
weird.
both.
I like 2 streams of game or whatever. A company has a couple things going on with the character.
Classic Pac-Man is still based.
Yeah, it's still fun.
And Power Pill.
I'm so
Power
happy
Pill.
Klonoa is back. Klonoa is so cool.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Klonoa's fucking
Klonoa.
badass.
I never played the second one, but I had the first one on my PS Vita.
Freeze,
He's
would you
beat
try
that.
Klonoa?
I really wanted to, but then I can't stream anymore. So I
Why
mean,
not?
I still will, I guess.
Wait, why
You
can't you?
bought it?
Well, I just got it on a PS1 emulator.
Oh,
And I was gonna try it out.
yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, OBS well, I'm using OBS right now to record, and it's fine. But I don't know. Me and Lily did one stream one day where everything kind of like fucked up, and ever since then, it's never been right. And I don't know what to do. I've done like
reinstalling it.
yeah.
Huh.
I've done like 100 different things to fix it. Nothing works.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
But like, I've always been able to stream it. Like, I streamed the third day I got this computer, and it was fine
Weird.
Huh.
all the way until
I'm
like
sorry.
last month. I don't know.
How old
someone
is
was
the computer?
I got it November 2019.
Oh, it's still pretty new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Huh.
was gonna say, someone mentioned red flags when I was out with my friends a little bit ago. I mentioned the new Beavis and Butthead movie and how good it was, and no one there saw Beavis and Butthead. And they're like, that shit's ugly. That shit's like gross. Why don't
Ooh,
we
I'm
kill them
sorry.
all?
You're gonna have to ditch them.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
they're not real friends.
Lily's sister doesn't
was
like
like-
Beavis and Butthead either.
They wanted to watch Freddy Got Fingered on Call. I'm like, dude, you haven't seen Beavis and Butthead? We gotta watch You Do America on the Call. I was like, I really don't want to watch that.
What?
Like, fuck
How do you
off.
fucking like a Tom
How
Green
do you
movie,
watch-
but you don't like Beavis and Butthead? It's the same
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the same shit.
One's
Yeah,
some-
that confuses
one's
me.
better and one's Tom
seems like
Green.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't give it a chance.
Lily's sister is the same way because Lily showed her Do America, and she was like, "It's not very funny." And then we were watching Do the Universe at her house in like kind of the living room, and she walked in and was like, "I don't like Beavis and Butthead. It reminds me of all the gross kids that I see in theater, who like
In theater.
want to have sex with me and stuff."
Okay, that's actually fair.
I don't know.
I get that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But how would you-
Instead of associating them with people like that.
Gonna say, what would you rather have? Somebody just flat out like be mean to you, or somebody pretending to be nice and then will just like
Okay,
shit talk you
be
later?
mean. Just be
Definitely
straight
be
I would rather
mean.
have someone
Yeah.
flat out be mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't want
can't
to deal
deal
with
with
that.
that. That's everyone in
I don't wanna-
California.
I don't want to deal with that goofy
Fake nice
shit.
as
Just,
hell.
if you hate me, just tell me you hate me so I can move on.
Yeah, I
I don't like it
don't.
when
I don't
people,
get
like-
people like that.
play pretend nice and then like it just because like I can just tell half the time it's like, all right, come on,
Yeah, yeah.
quit
Yeah.
kissing my ass,
I
please. Just
I almost don't get the point. Like, if you don't like someone, then why are you talking to them?
Yeah.
It's more effort to me.
Like, what? Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you have to gain first of all, and like, why are you putting in that effort? You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. I think that's strange.
It is
like you-
alien.
Like, you have a very easy out right there.
Honestly.
You choose the harder way for like nothing. I don't know.
Crazy. Peter Griffin, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Good
Miles, talk about how you've
morning,
never.
everyone.
Miles, talk about how you've never seen an episode of Family Guy.
What?
That's what? What are you talking about?
You said that to me. You said you've
Are you
never seen an
gaslighting
episode
me?
of Family Guy. You told me that straight up.
I said I didn't really watch. I was just saying most of my viewing time of Family Guy has been like through YouTube clips of it. But I've definitely seen episodes of it.
Wayne, have you seen a
But it
full
has
episode of
been
Family Guy?
no,
You haven't
go.
seen what?
I've never.
I
seen
like
a full
Family Guy,
episode of
though.
Family Guy. I never sat down and watched a full episode of Family Guy.
Oh,
It's
I
fair.
don't really bother.
I like.
I
the,
sat
I like
down. I was like, that was like a thing for me. I was like, I'm gonna watch Family Guy, and it was a big deal, and I watched it for like probably 2 episodes on Hulu or something. I was like, that was cool. I like Family Guy. I like it more than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I was really sad because I was watching Hey Arnold with you and you just weren't really into it.
I like Hey Arnold, but it's not my favorite thing ever at all.
Mm.
It's chill, but it's not like that's so. It's cool though.
I showed.
I love Arnold, but I actually don't kind of.
What?
I showed other Miles The Simpsons, like Mlapatop Miles. I showed him The Simpsons. And he
Oh.
thought it was really boring.
Yeah, I don't think it's that funny, or like I don't think the designs are that. They're like iconic, but I don't. Nothing's like
Well, what'd
yanking
you?
at my little collar.
Yeah, you were the same with Simpsons. You were just sort of like whatever at it when I showed it. to
Yeah,
you.
so what's I'm talking about.
I won't be annoying about it, but what episode did you watch?
I showed him Stark Raven.
She showed me like the one where Bart gets an F and like
Okay.
what other?
I showed him Bart gets an F. I showed him Stark Raving Dad. I think I showed you Cape Fear. I think I showed you Homer's Enemy too.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was pretty funny, but I don't know. It's not like I don't know.
That's fair then, because I don't like when people watch like the first season of The Simpsons and they're like, "This is boring. It sucks."
So which ones
Like
would you
you-
recommend? Because I've seen other later ones and
I mean,
middle ones. Because
Those are like 4 of the best episodes I've in the show
really?
that
Yeah.
she just
Okay.
named.
Yeah.
I don't
Alright,
know.
well,
I didn't really like Bart Gets an F either.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
they're all like well written, but they're not like that entertaining or anything to me. I don't know.
I think Cape Fear is like one of the best for sure. Bart
think
Gets an
it's-
F
I
is a
think it's-
personal favorite of mine.
I think it's wordy humor. Whenever I've showed you something with a lot of wordy humor, you've never really been into it. That's a lot of
Wordy?
Simpsons
What do you
stuff.
mean wordy? What other
Like,
wordy shows? have you showed?
like gags that are only through someone talking, so you have to actually listen. It's not something you can just watch while someone's talking to you.
Well,
To it.
like not like a show that you can't like just post YouTube clips of the jokes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, definitely you can't do that with Simpsons.
So it makes
I
sense
like
that you thought
some
Family
wordy
Guy was
humor,
funnier.
but I don't know that doesn't. There's wordy humor I like, but I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
I just didn't like the Simpson joke. Some of them were funny, definitely, but yeah, I don't know.
Freeze, do you remember the call like a year ago where just out of nowhere you got like really heated and ranted to me about nobody else liked The Simpsons in your friend group besides me and you? You're
Yeah, I was
"Fuck,
sad,
no one
man."
watches this show.
Well, yeah, because
Oh no, I was there for that.
I mean, I won't name people, but I just kept running into people that were like, "Yeah, I've only seen like one season of the show. I thought it was mid," or like they don't care for it at all, or they've never seen it at all. I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you people? It's The Simpsons. How do you like not watch that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that's like
It's-
saying you've
it's-
never seen like a Mickey Mouse short. I don't know.
It's weird because most people that I see talk about Simpsons like that are like I don't know how do you, like people that aren't us that like talk about Simpsons. It's always like jokes or shit or like shit
Yeah.
from Oni plays or something.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like how have you seen so many episodes of Family Guy, but like you don't want to watch The Simpsons? I don't
Seem
know.
like they're the same show.
I mean, I don't know. Like Family Guy is like it's so clearly like a product of The Simpsons. Why would you not want to check
Oh
that
yeah,
out?
yeah, I definitely respect The Simpsons. I don't think Simpsons is like bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sitting down and watching it,
I mean, whatever if you don't like it,
but I
but
respect it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Too.
I'm not gonna act like it did nothing for anything.
Yeah.
I think Stark Raving Dad is like a really it's cool episode. I think they were stupid for not having like they had to get a Michael Jackson impersonator to sing. I feel like when you get Michael Jackson to be a guest spot, you have to get him to sing.
I don't think it was their fault.
It's because of legal reasons. Because Michael's signed, like the studio he was signed
He
with.
wasn't credited in the episode anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's still legal reasons because like
Nobody would know.
he couldn't legally sing outside.
He couldn't legally sing.
Yeah, he legally could not sing in other
Surprised
states.
what the fucking
would've
power those
arrested
agencies
him.
got.
Yeah, like he could speak, but he could not sing. That's why they had to do the
But my point
impersonator.
is that he's not credited in the episode.
I don't think they
This
could
is
credit
kind
him.
of the same thing you were talking about how David Bowie didn't sing in Atlantis Scorpanis.
No, but the only reason, because there was a good reason for that, is because David Bowie was like, I'm not going to sing for a fucking kids cartoon. Are you kidding me? I have other shit to do. I'm a busy guy. But the only reason that we haven't been given to why Michael Jackson didn't sing Stark Raving Dad is because of contractual issues. But it doesn't make sense because they could have just lied because he's not credited in the episode itself.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, a demo of Michael actually singing "Happy Birthday, Lisa" exists.
I think it's the same thing as why he's not credited in Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I would assume.
he definitely
They're
did
around
the
the same
music for
time, right?
Sonic 3.
Yeah,
Or some of it. And he's
Yeah,
not in the
did you
credits
see-
at all.
he did 5 tracks for Sonic 3. He did.
Yeah, did you see Yuji Naka was just legit, just like, oh yeah, Michael Jackson did songs for Sonic 3.
Yeah, he legit just confirmed it straight out. Like he
I
even
think he
posted
just did Carnival Night, and then he got his buddies to do the rest.
Okay. So Michael. Okay, so Brad Buxter did Ice Cap because it was
Yeah.
just to recycle Hard Times, and then for Carnival Night, Launch Base, the competition theme, and the mini boss / Knuckles theme were MJ. Oh, and the credits theme because credits theme is Stranger Moscow.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
we're
I'm
All
right,
your
well,
host,
Hey, thanks for watching.
Sorry.
Guys.